The new trailer for Landman Season 2, Episode 3 does exactly that. One glance, one line, one silent shot, and suddenly you feel the weight of everything these characters are about to face. It's not loud, it's not flashy. It's personal. And that's what makes it hit so hard. The trailer for Landman Season 2, Episode 3 begins with a change you can feel right away. The screen fades in slowly, almost as if the story itself is hesitant to show what comes next. The music is quiet, heavy and low, like a heartbeat trying not to break. And before you even see a face, you sense that something painful is waiting on the other side. The voiceover in the trailer doesn't shout or rush. It speaks softly, almost like someone trying to explain a truth they wish wasn't real. The tone of the show, which is usually filled with tension and grit, suddenly shifts into something deeper, something emotional, raw, and human. It feels like the calm before a storm that no one can escape from. As the first few shots roll in, the trailer doesn't rely on action to grab your attention. Instead, it focuses on quiet moments, an empty room, a slow walk across a dusty yard, a hand shaking just a little. These small details tell a bigger story. They show us that Episode 3 isn't just another chapter. It's a turning point. And even without revealing much, the trailer hints at heartbreak. You can see it in the way characters move, the way they hold their breath, and the way the music dips at the right moment. It's the kind of emotional setup that makes you lean in, makes you wonder what choice was made, and what price will be paid. This introduction doesn't just prepare you for Episode 3, it warns you. Something important is about to break, and once it does, nothing in the season will be the same again. The trailer wastes no time pulling you deeper into its emotional storm. The first major shot lands like a quiet punch, a lone truck rolling down an empty dirt road at sunrise. There's no music here, just the soft rumble of the engine and a heavy silence sitting in the air. It feels like the kind of drive someone takes when they're carrying a truth too big to say out loud. The camera lingers on the dust, trailing behind the truck, almost like the past refusing to let go. Then the scene cuts sharply to a dark, crowded room. Papers spread across a table, voices rising under their breath, tension thick enough to feel. It's clear something has gone wrong, something big. A character slams their hand against the table, not in anger, but in frustration, fear, and desperation all mixed together. The lighting is dim, hiding the emotion on their face, but you can hear it in their shaky voice as they argue over what comes next. The trailer shifts again, this time to a moment that stops you cold. A character stands alone outside, staring at the horizon. The wind picks up, carrying dust and memories with it. Their eyes look tired, not from lack of sleep, but from the weight of choices that can't be undone. No words are spoken in this shot, but you don't need any. The heartbreak is written clearly in the silence. Another quick montage flashes by, a door closing too fast. A photo being dropped on the floor, a brief hug that feels more like a goodbye than comfort. Every frame seems to hint at a loss that hasn't happened yet, but is coming. You can feel it building, like storm clouds thickening over the land. And then comes the line that echoes through the entire trailer. A voice says, "We don't come back from this." It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's almost whispered. But the meaning hits harder than any explosion or chase scene ever could. It suggests a turning point, a mistake or tragedy that will change everything. By the time this section of the trailer ends. One thing is clear, Episode 3 isn't just about conflict. It's about the emotional fallout, the moments that break people, the choices that haunt them, and the pain that refuses to stay buried. What makes this trailer truly heartbreaking isn't the plot. It's the emotional weight each character carries in every short scene. You can see it in the way their shoulders sink, in the way their eyes refuse to meet the camera, and in the small, quiet moments where the truth finally catches up to them. Episode 3 looks like the moment when every hidden fear, every secret, and every regret starts demanding attention. One of the most powerful shots shows the lead character standing in the doorway of an old barn. His posture says everything his words don't. He isn't angry, he's defeated, like he's been fighting a battle he knew he was going to lose. The camera stays on him longer than usual, just enough for the audience to feel the fear he's trying to hide. It's the kind of scene that tells you something inside. Him has changed forever. Another emotional moment centers on a family member whose voice cracks while delivering a single line. You can tell they're trying to stay strong, but the pain is leaking through. Their hands tremble slightly, and they blink too often, trying to hold back tears that are seconds away from falling. The trailer doesn't give the full context of their heartbreak, but the expression alone tells us that episode 3 will dig into the cracks between loyalty and loss. We also see a close friend or ally, someone who has always been steady, finally reach their breaking point. Their usual calm is gone, replaced by a tired sadness that shows just how much the situation has worn them down. A quick shot shows them turning away from a conversation, wiping their face with the back of their hand. It's a moment that speaks louder than dialogue ever could. Even the strongest characters are struggling to stay upright. Throughout all of this, the themes become painfully clear. This episode isn't about action, it's about consequences. The cost of ambition, the weight of responsibility, and the fear of losing everything you tried to protect. The trailer paints a picture of characters who are trapped between what they want and what they owe, facing choices that don't have clean answers, and hanging over every shot is a sense of unavoidable loss. Not loud or dramatic, but quiet and personal, the kind that changes people from the inside out. The kind that feels real. The moment the trailer dropped, the internet lit up with a wave of reactions that perfectly captured just how heavy episode 3 is about to be. Fans didn't just comment, they poured out their shock, their confusion, and their fear in long threads and emotional posts. People who usually crack jokes about every episode suddenly went quiet, typing things like, "This feels different. Something terrible is coming." The tone of the fandom shifted instantly, almost like everyone felt the same invisible punch to the chest. On social platforms, short clips from the trailer spread like wildfire. Viewers paused frames, zoomed in on small details, and argued over what each shot meant. Some believed a major character might be walking into a moment they can't escape from. Others pointed out the subtle look between two characters, a look that felt like a final goodbye rather than a simple scene. There's a tension in the air, and fans are reading into every shadow, every tear, every second of silence. What stands out most in the reactions is the emotional unity. People who usually disagree about plot theories or character choices suddenly found themselves on the same side, sharing the same sinking feeling. One viewer wrote, "This trailer hurt, and it's only 1 minute long. Imagine the full episode." Another added, "I'm not ready." None of us are. When a fandom built on strong opinions becomes this quiet and this worried, something powerful is coming. The conversations aren't just emotional, they're full of speculation. Some fans think episode 3 will be the breaking point of the season, the moment everything falls apart. Others believe it marks the start of a tragic arc that could stretch across the next few episodes. Many agree on one thing: the heartbreak in the trailer feels too real to be a bluff. It's not shock value. It's a warning, and that's where the trailer's true power lies. It doesn't rely on explosions or dramatic twists. It uses stillness, silence, a shaky voice, a door slowly closing. These little moments have fans bracing themselves for an episode that could change the entire direction of the season. The mood is heavy, but it's also filled with anticipation, the kind that makes you lean forward, even though you're scared to see what comes next. By the time the trailer ends, viewers are left with a single question echoing in their minds. If the trailer alone feels this heartbreaking, what will the full episode do to us?